Welcome back, everyone, to the Drink and Drum podcast, the podcast with all the vibes. I am one of three hosts. My name is Timon Nicholas, aka Mr. Terrible.
Signing in, Jaron Tomlinson, the young sheller, aka Pineapple Badman in the building. Wagwan.
And it's your boy, Everon Williams, aka Big Easy. You don't know Wagwan.
This is the unapologetic podcast with really good intentions. The socials, them located at the bottom of this podcast right there. So make sure you hit us up and tell us what going on.
Nah, I'm over here struggling, bro. I'm getting old. Like I have to email myself. It's too much. It's too much.
You have to email yourself. Why didn't just freaking send it to
Because
WhatsApp?
I can't do 'em.
Anwar Joseph.
Yo.
Yeah, so
Yo.
how's it going? How's it going tonight?
Normal. I was actually just down at the bowl, getting in some body weight work. Nothing big. Everything's set.
You gym every day?
Nah, bro. I don't really gym so hard. Like I work out often, but I don't really gym every day. You know, rest days are important. So like I go like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but my days are split it up into push, pull, carry, and then I have an outside day where I focus on things like mobility, endurance, because I'm not into the beefy look. I run a lot and I do a lot of different things.
That's interesting, because I swear Jaron go to the gym 5 times a day, every day.
I work in the gym.
Everyone, when he goes to the gym, he just goes swell up and then leave.
Yeah.
So if you go in there for 20 minutes and his muscles and them swell, he's like, that's good for the month.
Oh, the Jaron, I remember that time from peer school. Totally different man to what I see on Instagram now, but I was like, tall.
Oh, wait, you know Jaron from peer school?
Yeah, brother.
Okay, see, now you have to run this. What was your first impression when you saw or met Jaron when in
But
peer school?
nobody have that type of insight around here.
Yeah.
I was a fucking nerd, so I didn't really have much of an impression on him, dog, because I was very fucking loserish during peer school. I was fat. I was 5'4". I was afraid of everybody. I didn't really have no. He was tall and he was talking to the chicks. So,
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You never get a tug vibes, right?
Not really like that. Him in the line with some youths that think them in their talks, so they new feel.
The boy pull your fires, you're soft. They hang with some pussies.
Me not know people say who would they hang with them? I think them were thugs.
The boy
Why
saw
near
you.
man? Why near man? Well, man, if you really hang with them, cause all I used to be the same place. But what the fuck in your boy? Shit. Not O'Shane.
Ah,
why
me
near-
never.
Kazia?
Not Kazia, my cousin.
Okay.
So that's he's off.
No. He live Newfield. He real dark. He name begin with S. Shit.
Who that is?
S on dark, but they say Shiniko, what now she?
And we are youth, man. You used to always talking, boss. You used to always talk a lot.
I feel like a Meg or Junior.
Honestly, how feeling a Meg? Nobody would have called Junior soft because Junior does fight no fuck.
What Meg name to begin with S? What you real name?
I don't remember what Meg real name be, boss, because long time I start call Meg, and Meg just never had name after that.
Yeah, he just, okay. Did he ever lose an eye? Because Meg have one eye.
I remember. Be honest, that man never finished peer. Like, dog, that man's. I started peer school in 3rd farm, I think. And by the time he hit 4th farm, all them man's just gone. So,
That is sound like for me company.
that man never did about tall, dog. That man just gone, no shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And then after that, I think when puberty started hit me, peer school just get normal.
Makes
I really
sense.
know. But when I first come from private school, dog, I was the only black dude in my class back in the day. Private school I come from, there's a bunch of fucking Syrians. So when me come up here school, me walk around and say, fuck, everybody kind of aggressive. Man, I ask me for dollar, and they say, yo, let me get an S now. Let me get
You
an
remember that days? Raw soul.
S, what are they be?
Or fucking dollar kind. You know
Ah,
the
dollar
fetching dollar kind had the you know the money symbol, right? The S.
Wow, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
they're saying?
Boss, that man don't done so fuck now.
Okay, we started on them being done, boss. Boy.
Now remember Anwar, boss. Like remember, because when we really noticed Anwar probably like 4th farm, and that's around like building tech or agriculture science. Never had
Yeah.
never had anything for City because I just had like a shot youth man. And you know, he doesn't know the catty in them because I don't know how. Because I'm skinny fat youth man, you know. So me try to figure out where the fuck you know all that catty from.
You see the boy say he book smart. He reading the girls in there, man.
Boy.
I know it.
I used to, because the thing is, the church, man, used to go, dog, all the sexy girl in there, dog.
That makes
Yo,
sense.
man.
What church that?
Hey,
See, that's
The
why people
church
go
next-
church now.
What church that? Some gas at that time machine.
The church next to the game shop.
Right,
Next
so
to the
that church
game
next
shop.
to our game shop.
In town?
Yeah, dog, right in the town.
Oh, St. John's Moravian.
No, that's the one down close to Wendy's side. The one I go to is right next to the game shop, next to State Insurance. The old church.
the one
that-
on Rector Street right there.
Okay. Yeah. Game shop
Yeah,
just
yeah.
on the corner.
I don't
Yeah.
even know the name of the church, but yeah, that one there.
Because he
Ebenezer
didn't even know the name of the
Methodist.
church either.
But the game shop round the corner up on the next side.
The next side,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ebenezer Methodist, that would then call it.
Yeah.
No,
What is it? You
boy.
don't even know the name of your own church?
Boss,
Yeah,
God,
boss.
you think God can put name?
Ain't a boss. Boss, me go on the internet, right? I'm on Instagram. And I see a picture, Anwar. I'm gonna say, this can't be Anwar. This can't be the same like a short, fat youth, man. So I'm gonna check them my profile, right? And I just scroll through them my profile, I'm watch the videos and so I'm see the man to work out, see the man to do his movements and whatnot. I'm like, yo, I like see this now. And then the boy talk about sanity chasers and mental health and everything. And you know, dog, I come from Antigua, third world country, and mental health never important.
What is that?
So then, you know,
Wait, what
So, you know-
sanity chasers?
oh, Lord, you know the scunt.
Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry.
You gonna get to it. You gonna get to it.
I am so
Yes.
sorry. I didn't know the plan.
So now, right, you know, I'm gonna see what the man to deal with this. So I'm like, Bob, I'm gonna for really reach out to you know. And I wanted to reach out to him a while ago, but it kind of take too long. But at the end of the day, I still did it because I really want to hear what the boy have to say and what going with life.
Yeah. Felt that. Really and truly, boy, one of the things that really made me start exercising, if we started from the exercising standpoint, is okay,
Yeah.
starting off self. My man fat and my man short and my man have plenty insecurities. Right? And there was this chick from peer school and all that I really did like, dog.
Flat body from Will.
Yeah,
Okay.
from peers. I mean, like physician. And
Big
she mean
man.
always deal with youth man that mean taller or skinnier or have
Think them a bad
built-
man.
Yeah, or think them a bad man or just run football straight. And I was always just, me and her got real good now, especially in fifth form and so. But it was because I was, book smart in a sense. Because
Yeah.
Anyway.
If you may really want she, you should go to what's she name? Miss Brown.
bruh,
Like, all of me sleep, the boss. That house me sweet, no fuck that.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
man.
you never hear about the sleepovers?
Miss Baltimore. Of
Baltimore,
course, Miss
that's
Baltimore.
she name. Miss
Yeah,
Baltimore
I just-
sleepovers. They did sweet.
I never just go because the only one I went to was when we went Montserrat.
Mm.
Boy, that even bad. We went on the boat with Trevon T. Trevon. Oh boy.
A lot of story.
Bring back. Boy, basically I woke up with weave glue, powder, fish oil, everything literally in my face.
Oh, you get
And
mush.
the girls came down.
Them man
And-
call you.
Dog, they mushed the whole guy crew. I don't remember if Jaron was there. But
me.
yo, that was awful. That was we saw so much things, right? Because I walked upstairs and the girls were just changing. You remember girls just comfortable. I walked upstairs, I was like, wow.
Boy.
And I remember I youngness, I was just there like, wow.
You're
This is-
trying to play it off cool, like I see this all the time.
Yeah, right.
Man, I walked up there. They didn't know I was there for like 3 minutes and I was just there standing waiting. I was like, whoa. By the time they realized me, it was screaming and shouting. And
Nah, you're
I was just like,
supposed to make your presence known before they see you.
You know,
I know.
Hey, yo, pass me the pillow real quick now so I can sit down or something. So they're like, wait, this is not bother the man?
bro, I knocked on the door. I literally knocked and I was just there knocking, literally knocking. So the door had like a space in the gap.
Ah.
the boy they creep on them.
The boy.
So they start
he
creeping.
access, but he play around.
Oh, so you were
saw.
slowly making the entrance after you realized
Yes,
what
sir.
was going on.
No,
Like-
no. This is what
Them
happened.
they just take a while to look up.
Yeah, because listen, the door, it sounds longer than it actually was, but the whole thing was probably like 15 seconds.
Okay, but
The,
it just
the
feel
door,
longer.
yeah, the door it was like a glass door, literally one of them glass doors.
Oh, so
And
it's out.
yeah, so they didn't expect, because guys was at the bottom, girls was at the top. But getting back to what I was saying with the exercise thing. So basically, I started exercising and whatnot. And it was in 2016 when I graduated from peer school that carnival come up and I wanted the body like I see all them gym dudes had. And I didn't care. I thought I could get it in 3 months. And then I met my trainer. Yeah, my first trainer. Big up to Catch Fit, Kimberly.
Hey.
She made me realize that, you're not going to get it in 3 months. And then I started state college and then gradually working out, I realized, I'm building confidence.
Hey.
I was at the worst stage of my life during 2016 in terms of anxiety, feeling insecure, and not feeling as masculine as other males because I never played a sport that was, that got you all the girls or whatnot, or because I was a little bit different in terms of I was not exactly what, young people society deemed as the attractive male or whatever. And
felt that.
Yeah. And then, when I started getting into the gym, I realized that my confidence started building. And then I realized that the anxiety wasn't so much. I started feeling good about myself after a workout. I started eating better in terms of realizing that, if my yam and box KFC, or if my yam one nutritious meal, but not so nutritious, but still nutritious in a sense that rice, chicken breast, and broccoli. Let's say that's what everybody knows. I feel different after I eat both. Things like that I started realizing it. And then I put the link towards it and I was like, this is much more than vanity. This is much more than
a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. That's why I made up the saying movement is life. Because this is something more than, just getting the body you want. And then fast forward into 2020, which now coming into Sanity Chasers, which was 2020 was probably the worst year of my life overall. COVID came and how that knocked down everybody hard. We're coming from a third world country. We're not ready for a pandemic. A lot of our parents are either dependent on the tourism industry or the government. And, for me, I had to come home from university and then box, boom, no gym. So what was for me in terms of looking different or even my getaway from the world now disappeared. Started home workout, boom, injury. Injury happened, I tear my chest muscle, costochondritis, skeletal muscular tear, whole works. Couldn't exercise for months.
With a bench press hose?
What you did do so?
Them times there, I only had knowledge on exercise. I only had knowledge on bodybuilding style exercises. So it was the gym or nothing. I didn't really have proper knowledge in terms of body weight, high intensity workouts or whatnot. I was just a meathead. So that was the downside for me of of exercise. I just focused on one style because of what I was taught.
Yeah.
So now I jump headfirst into something that I don't know much about and then I injure myself. The upside of that though is that because of that injury, I started researching. I started learning about the different styles of exercise and then it made me realize that, the gym is not a metallic room where you go to work out. Wherever you exercise is the gym. That was one of the things that I realized. Because for me now, I started focusing more on functionality. It was 9 months I didn't lift a barbell for or anything. It was 2 times a week going up to Mount St. John's for physiotherapy, going up to Mount St. John's, telling them, I'm allergic to ibuprofen. And the doctor still prescribed me with ibuprofen when I'm going to go back and tell them when they need ibuprofen.
You think you know better than the doctor?
Boy, look.
Yeah, I'm allergic.
They kill you.
Boss, I tried to figure out if the man trying to kill me. The man tell me, and it was a Cuban doctor. The man tell me,
you try to meet the quota. They need 2 depths here.
The man say,
boy, may I tell you, every time I go back, sir, the ibuprofen is making me feeling sick. The man say, okay, we give you more ibuprofen and omeprazole. I said, what the soul? I had to go to a private doctor named Dr. Benjamin, and he hooked me up with some meds, right? I'm not even gonna lie to tell you. When I was in my online classes, I was high. Those
Rep, he get the good stuff.
dog, it was like
Good
a muscle
stuff.
relaxer, but I don't know if it was either I was high or if I was just relaxed to the point where I was just like I was walking on air.
You may feel like pudding.
You may high. That
You
sound
may
like
feel
that
like
was
pudding.
how like what was your mood, your state like? You had energy or you just mellow?
Mellow, calm, just calm.
Oh, and you did like days or whatever.
Yep,
Oh,
calm.
that's a
Day.
downer, dog. That's a downer. I can't fuck with those.
Yeah, it was just like a big muscle. And the thing is not, but whenever I was on it, I always made sure I had a phone call because I had to take them early. So whenever on the phone call, I don't know why, but my sense of humor would be the worst thing ever because I just laugh. If you tell me, yo, me a dead will laugh. If you tell me, yo, I'll go on, me a dead will laugh. It was weird. But sanity chasers came into play now because I never knew. I knew I had anxiety. Every individual, every human being have anxiety to an extent. We get anxious about shit, waking up and going to a fete. I never realized I had anxiety to the extent until the pandemic and when, I got my first panic attack. The problem with that now is that I started realizing that there was nothing. When I went to the doctor and I got my first panic attack, the doctor just told me it was a panic attack, just calm down, breathe. But then I, as a psychology student, know for a fact that, this is anxiety. This is overthinking. And then I'm looking around and there's nothing to help me. There's nobody there. There's nothing in the phone book or nothing so I can get professional help, or there's nothing available to me at that point in time where I could have found. So Sanity Chasers came into play. Sanity Chasers is with me and my friend Carlos Penna. We're both psychology students, and we realized that mental health wasn't being taken seriously within Antigua and Barbuda. We realized
Within the Caribbean.
within the Caribbean, even the world overall, I would say. We realized that, we're going to start put out content. We're going to start push the movement, push the message, and start having interviews with persons across Antigua and Barbuda who would showcase how they cope with their mental health problems. So we had an interview with my trainer, where she talked about fitness. We had an interview with Arlen Seaton. He's a doctor and a musician. We had an interview with my boy Sheldon Gums. He's a basketball player. At that time, he had an Achilles injury.
Yeah, Sheldon. That's a viral Sheldon.
Yeah, check me and Sheldon linked out
Bro,
in Canada.
that's what I'm telling you, bro. No, because I saw the things with that's where I saw it. I saw with Sheldon. I was like, hold on. Because I saw Sheldon, I was like, hold on, that's an Anwar. And then that's when I started like going back and I started like looking up Anwar and everything. And then I see the whole sanity chaser movement. And I started just going through, just looking through his content. I was like, yo, I like what the youth doing. At this point in time, Timon are out to Antigua and everything. And I see everything that he doing. We talking about the podcast. And I was like, yo, I like this. I like this. So I wanted to link up with the man for a while, but it took long to actually, DM him. Because I was like, boy, all the time that I'm in a class with Anwar.
Nah, you see what happened, Anwar? Jan, like, shit, I don't have the confidence. He went to the gym to train his confidence. And that's why. That's what he did.
No, whole time, I was like, all this time that I'm no Anwar. I don't think I ever really spoke to him like that, we never really had too much of a conversation. I know him from classes or so, but I think Anwar, I'm in the same fifth form, right?
Yep.
Then man graduates, Timon graduates with, well, I didn't go graduation because I'm in the kid.
I feel it.
I was like, that man probably don't know nothing about me. So I said, yo, you think Anwar really remember me? So I'm gonna jump in the man damn. That man embraced me. I was like, you know what? I fuck with it.
Yeah, dog, I tell you now, me from Bethesda, I'm man from Newfield. Remember, I'm not Justin, Broody, Rupert, but Rupert are from
And Paramount
Newfield.
something.
Yeah. All our man used to live in a peer school. Some of you used to always see you walk up and talk to Justin, especially. So, but me know you, but me never know you so tough. But our class, me like a little bit like our family, but still like a bit too much drama for me. It was just, me know you, and the fact of the matter that, I was in fifth form with this youth. I'm not a person that's like, I'm an asshole. Me a cool youth. Me regular. Me not better than nobody. So it's like, and And then the fact of the matter is that I look at it from a standpoint where, yo, you never know who is going to be the one to look after you or help you into the future. So be nice to as much people as you possibly can, unless the person's.
Don't burn bridges, bro.
See, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That was not my mindset when I was in high school or whatever. Dog. High school, I didn't care about nobody because you see, the man say he say mothers hang with some man that think that them bad, right? I truly don't know who we be with S, but must still think about them. Dog, I ain't really talk to nobody like that. No, you see, like how I talk to Justin. The reason I talk to Justin is because Justin did all of my EDPM SBA.
And Justin couldn't be able to do he for SBA self.
You saw you wicked.
Boy, yo, me remember Justin sit down next to me in the EDPM, right? I remember the woman give me extra time to do the practical. Justin pull out for me flash drive. Copy and paste the speed test.
Yeah,
I put it up my feet. I said, what the fuck you talking?
Yeah, that's something too. He tell me he get the fucking SBA from somebody, you know. I was about me the kid because we never do anything.
I'm me get it from done. Justin literally used to message me around 12 o'clock in the night and ask me, yo, you done the work? I say, yeah, I'm done the work. What the vibes? Yo, man, I understand why I go out there, dog. So me just say, yo, dog. And then it's funny, you know, because for maths, each hour used to have a subject. For maths, it used to be Rupert. For TD, it used to be Broody. Boss man, used to thief Broody work in the TD, you know, dog. And when the man go to the bathroom, he text me paper, me trace over the man work. Boy, before Mr. Clark and so come. We get started about Mr. Williams, boy.
Never do TD on none of that, cause boss, as I ever you hear, boss, man, a bad man, no. I mean, can't Williams or Clark could try to talk to me like them fucking, cause them man talk to them, they right? Like he like them be them daddy. I'm saying, you not do that. You not do that with me.
Mr. Williams used to be the word, especially how Williams men go school with my mother, dog. And then
mother too. That man love tell people about their mother though.
No, the man used to tell me, remember, I'm gonna feel more than the twin now. Behave yourself. I said, sir, just cool, man. You're more like you used to fuck my mother or something, brother.
It's right.
Cool out, man. But at the end of the day, you know, them man's really and truly, they're rough, but they teach. All the teachers of them in a peer school, except for certain one, man, now call the name.
Call the name, man.
Miss Hughes. Except for Miss Hughes.
Who Hughes? Math teacher, the black one?
Yeah, dog.
You know, Hughes kicked me out of the class, right? Because, yo, you know, remember me and Broody does be friends now. Broody used to be my fucking brother, boss. We used to love Broody to death, no. And then something going with, Broody fall out. Because then girl must tell Broody that may talk about them. Anwar, the whole time when we're in the class, you know me to talk to people as well, because I just walk around and keep my head low and to talk to them, because we never really like people. So the fact that Broody listen to them, right? And then, you know, switch up on me, that shit may hurt my feelings about us. So remember in the maths class, I never come to school for baby like a week or so. I go to school, boy. I'm going to see my fetching stool gone. I'm going to see Broody sit down on a stool. I'm going to know for me stool now, because everybody else stool either old or they have writing on them. Everything me had in the class, me was Chris, no fuck. Boss, I'm gonna get a clean desk out to a different class. I bring it in this class, and that's my desk. See, Brody with the stool, I'm gonna say, boy, this here for me stool. I pull the man off the stool, I'm gonna hold on to the stool. So me and Brody play tug of war for the fetching stool. Boss, when I finally get the stool out of my hand, right, I'm gonna swing on my face. But everybody come on the hold me back and so and move you out. But yo, it really did hurt me now, because I really wanted to beat him out because I did love him now. Like I love that man like a brother.
Ignorance, you fight over stool.
The thing is, it's because I genuinely saw this guy as my brother. I really love this kid.
So I could just give him the chair.
No, but can
the principal.
I can't imagine Broody and I say, partner, why you do boss? Why you do for me stealing this? Yo, no, but take me in the class them time too, because yo. I can't remember how much fighting used to happen, but our fifth formula, it wasn't a lot, but it was still a good amount. Because remember when the twin and them get bang off by the 20 pattern girl in the
Wait, the two twin them from Bethesda?
No,
from Pigots.
Some Pigots, so
okay.
Pigots. I can't remember their name, but they're firemen big no shit.
Latifah and Latisha.
Yeah, dog. Then
you
girl
know
make
funny?
it rack up the
Me even talk to a lot of them people, but I just can't forget them because I'm gonna forget people and so. And that's why I was scared to message, because like, yo, this might really remember me because I find it weird how I can remember people name their last name and even their middle name if I hear your middle name before. I'm like, yo, why the fuck me know people like this?
Nah, I put people in as background characters. I don't remember half the people I graduated with.
Boy, you see the reason, Broody, give me Broody. Sorry, the boss. Just keep
I'll say one.
Jaron, boy, you see the reason for that? We learned something about that in psychology, and they say it's a form of conditioning and profiling.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you spend time with people because at school you go to school Monday to Friday, and because you spend so much time around them, even though you don't communicate with them, human beings are social and observant creatures. So because we observe so much and then we put stuff into our memory and we observe it and we see it, it might go right into our working memory. But it's stored back in the memory that we can just, as soon as we see it, we'll just remember it. That's how studying and so come into play.
So what you're basically saying, Alzheimer's is in my future.
No, bro, everybody's not the same. Everybody's not the same. I'm just linking that to Jaron's personality.
No, I get you, man. I get you.
Jaron was a dude that kept to himself, but he was still quite talkative too, with who he been comfortable with. Cause even they chat no fuck with the brethren.
No fuck.
Me used to hate them new film, man. Me remember my daddy man go for shot Mushan. I never forget that.
Who?
Mushan.
Oh no, you from Freetown, man.
Freetown.
You from Freetown, man.
Yeah. So, oh shit, maybe the youth man from Freetown too. Maybe that's why, boy.
Who you talking about? Nas?
Not Nas. Nas is my cousin, dog.
Okay, would expect that now, because if cousin your cousin, then Nas your cousin.
Yeah.
He makes sense.
That's why they say his name.
Nasir, I'm a close cousin, dog. Like Nasir daddy, I'm a old man nephew. So our man's close, dog. Like Nasir grandmother for my daddy, a brother and sister. Now ask no question.
You talking about Shavani?
I die name boy. Yeah, boy. Me hate you know.
You know who Shavani be?
No, who that?
The black youth man in the from
that also wear the hat.
From Freetown. I remember if he does wear a hat, but black youth man from Freetown, he live all the way in the back of Shawnee's cousin.
Okay, I think I kind of know him.
No, I know Shavani. No, Shavani never really be from Pana like that now, but I rate Shavani plenty, man.
Yo, he used to chat no fuck, dog. He used to as a chat, dog. He used to as a chat. Oh my God. He used to as a chat.
Dog, one
but
time.
I remember.
Hold on. But one time, the school bus man said something, no. And Siobhan and the school bus man get in that argument. And the school bus man come off the bus because the man was frustrated. And Siobhan hop in the friggin' start driving the fucking bus away.
Henry? That's so like Henry, dog.
They rode in the school bus. Me and the bus were like, yo, this boy bad no fun.
Yeah, boy. I remember them some. I remember them days, dog. Yeah, but my man hate them Freetown, man, dog. Honestly, dog.
I know you one, man.
You see, I tell you, people, Freetown, man, just love, man.
Tiny hands against them Freetown, man.
Bro, them behind God's back for a reason, dog. Nobody like them.
But not like. No,
I get you.
Yeah, because from peer school up to fourth form, I hate them. Because fifth form, all of them just disappeared, and life was good.
Except
fruit. Yeah. With all like boy, especially boy, me remember boy, my they walk up to school, and this may be my third week in a peer school, boy. And them man out, them Freetown man used to come early, no fucking all, boy. I'm an old man. My old man used to always line by Miss Welch next to Simba, because Simba my grandmother brother. And then went to a man, me a walk up, right? And I have my bread and cheese in my hand, no fuck, I'm a coke, and me a walk, no boy. I'm say, yeah. When I reach by the roundabout, me yam this. Then man stop me and tell me, yo, give me that bread and cheese. I say, yo, this here for me. What the fuck you talk about? My homie by my throat. Remember me, bear in mind, brother, me only around 11, 12 now. Me young no shit in a big farm now. So that man hold me by for me throat and lift me up and me a gas for here, Mushan like 30 in a fourth farm. Me even know. Even though I'm
not gonna lie to you, Mushan must drop out in about second or third form. Mushan, they repeat that same fucking class, no fuck.
Yeah, dog.
5 times.
The 18
yeah. So, literally, the man choked me run back down by my old man, the man take my bread and cheese, and my old man say, come, I'm my old man drive my truck. I'm my old man hopping at the truck, boy, and my old man tell me which one it is. And by the time they see that man, the minute they don't know my old man, by the time they man see my old man, that's not run. They must have seen me in the front. And then my old man go, I think of Beezer, boy, Miss Beezer Mindy. Yeah, that was a whole drama, boss. For some reason, Mushan just start be nice to me for some reason, dog. I mean, me vex no shit. I don't be till one bust the man head. No, dog.
That's what
But
you
anyway,
gonna know. I don't know, boss. I don't know. It still hurt me about Broody, cause I still love the youth, But you still hurt my feelings, boss.
yeah.
You know how
I'm
he
not-
hurt when boss, no, he really hurt when you think somebody your brother, and then turn for you, boss. He really fucking
Yeah.
hurt.
One of the things that I heard the most too, boy, is when you put your trust in somebody and you put your trust in them to the point where, if we're looking at even mental health, where you confide in this person and you tell this person, yo, I'm going through this and going through that, and they don't respect your situation, dog, and they go and tell the world your business.
Boss.
Bro, I was telling Jaron that this week, self. I was saying, like, if you ever think about it, the people who can really, truly hurt you and cause you pain is the people that you're close to.
That's facts, bro. No, Timon, but I just can't stop repeat this now. Boss, boss, plenty of girl knuckle me now. Cause man, the 2K about man.
Okay.
But boss, that thing with Broody, boss, that shit break my heart,
Yeah.
Like, yo, I didn't care if I got fucking knuckle me. Well, what is money have for offer me? This was my brother. Like, this was my brother, bro. I still think about it, and I follow this man on Instagram, and every time I post a picture, like, yo, what till one bang you off, boss? Just because. Like, I just want to get it out. I just
think
want to
if
get
you got
it
into
out.
a fight with this guy, it would solve everything.
It probably wouldn't,
But I
cause
feel like your feelings contradicting each other.
No,
Me,
no,
I
no,
love
no.
my bro, but I want to beat his ass. Like, what beating his ass gonna do for your
Because
feelings?
we've been through fights. We've been through fights, right, Timon? And I get it out after. Like, I don't think if he was going to take it like that. Because after I beat him off, more, this is just cool, man. But I don't think he would take it like that. But I just want to get it out.
Boy, I think what gonna happen after, I think the fight is necessary. Because as men, we hash things out a little differently from women, or So especially where we from, country and socialized in peer school, the fight would be the gateway to the talk. Because he's gonna be heated, booty hand temper, Jaran hand temper. It's gonna be heated. But okay, maybe I got to take back what I say, because two hot-headed man, nobody know what can happen in a fight.
They can just come back for more. They can just come
no,
back
no,
next day.
no.
But
Broody, that confrontation. That confrontation.
Yeah.
If my head see the fight.
He the type of person for now tell the crowd, and then he can crowd behind he.
Yeah, but I feel like it's still the lead. It will lead to one talk, and the talk need to happen because that is where things is going to be clarified. And Jaron, and I just feel like Jaron just need his brethren. He needs to hear his brethren say, "Yo, I'm sorry, I never see the thing like that. You're my boy from way long ago. I'm sorry because I never go to you and hear out your part. You just listen to woman, and that's just how the ball will kept rolling from there."
Then girl tell Timon all type of thing. Boss, imagine sleep me, they fetch you sleep now. And then my grandmother's house, I'ma wake up, I'ma hear people have beef with me because of what then girl say. The boss then girl really grown and tell people that how I'm up on the hill and talk about them. Some say, who the fuck me talk about them too if my on top of the hill?
Boy, wait, is Bean and Broody was together?
Then me had little thing that's go on because me had little action that go on, right? And the action me sweet. So I'm say, rascal. Let me go tell my boy Broody about this. So I'm gonna tell my boy Broody about this, and Broody make a move on him. So now Broody and do a little thing there at the back of the bus. You know me in the 2K about that.
Mm-hmm.
And cause boss, honest to God, I think me pimp. I really think I'm a fucking pimp. So I'm gonna tell the boy about it, and the boy get the like action. I'm gonna say, yo, it's sweet, right? They might tell me what I'm gonna say, yeah. And then something happened between me and she. And then my cuss she and friggin' Gina Lisa. The little skinny black girl that she look like a fucking
Of course, man, no Gina Lisa, dog. She may have a couple siblings, dog. She siblings to them.
All of them scrawny.
Funny,
But let me, yeah. You know what funny? The brother Sharif. I talk to him now, because I see Sharif by Instagram. I see the man glow up, and I never really had no relationship like that. Because technically, I'm a cousin, So my message him, man, I'm gonna say, yo, what go on? Just just a touch base, because why not? I feel like I'm older now and I can talk to all these people because that shit's in the past. But that thing with Broody, that ain't in the past yet.
So you don't think he also wants to apologize at some point, but he just don't know how?
I don't think he wants to apologize because
I feel like a lot of guys don't know how to apologize.
bro, people like certain people, bro, they're not one of them people. Bro, they're the person that could just left it and forget about it. And not me. Not me. That was a close friendship.
Boy, I feel like I can even relate a little bit towards, Jaron, because me not gonna lie, boy. Some of the my brethren and them, like Justin, even Broody, Rupert, OC, everybody just move differently after we graduate, boss. It's like
The friendship and them made in the school.
yeah, dog. Like I always thought that, our mans would have been like the boys still out of school, still link up for drink. Because I still see our Fig man name, boy. Oh God.
Fig
My
man.
policeman name. He head me shape like a fig dog.
Jammy.
A Jammy. What other dude name, boy? I went to primary school with him, boy. Shaquille Ellis, Trevante. Them man still lime hard, them man still link up. You still see them post they like a picture on Facebook and so once in a while when I scroll Facebook when I'm bored. You still see them man lime and so but my brethren and them that I still hit up Rudy here and there. Like if he post he waves and them, I'll tell him brother man your waves soft.
Tell him to tell one bang you off pass. I just want bang you off so I can be friends again.
Yeah. Justin, I really talk to Justin, but I see Justin like when I have my radio show on every Wednesday and we talk about mental health and stuff and whatnot.
Oh, is it our podcast?
It's not a podcast yet. We have the tools for a podcast. It's a little. I don't know how to start it fully yet.
The podcast.
I have I have all the recordings and everything because the radio station record everything. It's just I don't know which platform to go on.
You don't have a host inside?
No, I don't have a host inside.
I'll tell you about it afterwards. I don't want to ruin the thing.
Alright. Ah, boy, I lost my train of thought. Yeah,
Sorry.
That man, safe man. That man.
You were talking about how them guys kind of like group together and distance themselves from you.
Yeah, and then it's not even like they distance myself from me, but it's like the whole group just distance apart. And then I found myself in a new group of friends that I always had a group of friends outside of peers. Because, my church and my brother and, my cousin. So I never used to spend much time in the Bethesda. I guess if we're looking at it now from an economical, social standpoint, my parents never really wanted me in the environment in a Bethesda that was so tough. Like,
yeah, I get you.
when I'm little, I used to go outside, run ball with the man them. When I'm little. After that, when I get a certain age, my mother just put down an ironclad. And she don't want to keep me in the house and make me get fat and soft. But, she used to send me by my cousin and whatnot. And it was just different. So I always had an extra keeper friend out there. So then I just started line with them. And then, it just started. Everybody just go distant. Like OC and all, OC kind of hurt me the most, my thing. Because me and OC was good. And, I knew one you, my name, Jaron, you remember Shahid? Like a black shark youth?
Yeah, I remember Shahid.
Yeah, Shahid used to always tell me OC bad-minded. And them all man say OC bad-minded. And boy, man just go distant. Everybody just go distant. And even it kind of like hurt me now. Hurt me about Justin. That's because Justin and Rupert and them man, because they must still see them man try to communicate with Justin would message me and ask me, yo, you see? Me like, yeah. Rupert would be like, till call me mango up to this damn day. And the man will check it, but it won't be no conversation like this or what me and with a Jaron would have. So I can relate to Jaron in the sense that, boy, them that it kind of hurt, especially where it's something that you haven't gotten any clarity on. And it's like, yo.
You don't think it has something to do with they don't know how to talk to you anymore because of where you're moving in life? Because a lot of people might say, shit, I was out of touch with my friend. And when I look at their life, they're moving, they're going places, but I'm still the same place or haven't moved too far from where I was. So they just don't know how to fix that gap or what to talk about because they might sometimes feel like they're not in your league anymore when that's not the case.
I understand what you're saying here, right? But the thing is, right, if we're friends and if you're not on my level and we can't speak on that intellectual thing, I will still lower myself to talk the way that you talk because you are still my friend regardless. And I will try my best to educate you and get you on my wave or get you on a wave where we can connect on something. Because there's no way that man can tell me, yeah, boy, I don't care about lifting weights, eating properly. I don't care about friggin' what else? Mental health. I don't care about free. Boss, there's something that we can connect on. Just talk to me and I'll figure them out.
I agree because like it's like this, right? I believe every single man, and it might seem like it because I'm gonna get to it, but I'm gonna get to it this first. I believe every single man has their own race to run, right? And if you have a friendship with a certain level of individuals, there's no way in hell that all of us is going to have the same injury. I can use example me and Carlos, for instance. I'm a very active dude. This is why me and Carlos even balanced. I'm a talkative youth. I'm gonna run my mouth. I'm very blunt, but I'm also very conservative. Carlos is straight up quiet. You know, talk much, you know, say much. But when it's an intellectual conversation and you hear him speak up and you see his reasoning, yeah. And then even on radio, like we were having a discussion on whether if society more capitalistic now or is society more capitalistic in the past. We both have conflicting ideologies, but that is the reason why you reason. If it's a friendship where you guys are always going to see the same eye, then it's not going to be stimulating to the brain, in my opinion. And then now to what you're saying going on where, okay, as I said earlier, everybody have their own race to run. I'm going this place in my life, but because social media showcases that, okay, I'm talking about mental health. Okay, I'm gonna get one award. Okay, Anwar get one degree. Okay, Anwar doing masters. Bro, that does not deter the fact that you're also doing things with your life. You get one land, you build one house. You have the dedication to wake up on a 9-to-5 basis and earn that bread. I'm not doing that yet. Or for instance, you're building your family. Bro, I might not have a child, but you might have a child. You're going to exhibit a higher level. Let's say me and somebody have friends that, have a child. You're going to exhibit a higher level of maturity that I can exhibit. That's your exactly.
Yeah.
So everybody have their own role to play. That's just it. And if I have a friend that they think like that, then it's for you to speak up and come to me and tell me that. But in that case, that's actually a good point you would have brought up now, because I feel like that could have also been a play because they are, he used to always say, oh, you're high society. I really enjoy it, brother. On a high society, you like,
right.
Yeah, okay, fine. He come from both standings. Yeah, if you look at economical, brother man, where you talk about rich where? My people have one vehicle, me drive them. Daddy living now, if you're looking at, I don't know how Antigua rate levels of poverty or whatnot, but let's say if you're looking at it from probably vehicle-wise, or my people are regular people.
Regular.
You understand? Just
Bro,
like you.
Hold on. Board house or wall house?
I come from both.
You see?
So
you might have a little too much just because of that. A board house man me being the boss, a different type of struggle.
But
that's what me know. The
me come from
green,
board house, but my also me living now. You have to understand that because my grandmother me have a board house. And my people in them me have a wall house, but I grew up with my grandmother more than my people and them. So me no board house qualities. Me know when you sleep and you hear them bumbleclad bats under your fucking.
I slap wrong the place.
Nothing worse than when you have a ratter. A cur in your house, brother.
Are you trying to
and what? Cause boss, how body feel, it may feel and so cause right, brooding so wild house now. I mean board house, I live on the fetching corner with my old lady housemaid fetching. He never be the best. So like them type of things now. So now when problem go on with all them different people or so, and them will say about like living condition. Cause honestly, my old lady house no bad now. What she has some vine in front of the house, some grapevine. Me don't know why the fuck she thinks she can go grape in Antigua because he never be nothing.
I was impressed though, because I was like, grapevines in Antigua?
He never grown nothing.
But it was impressive the fact that it was actually growing. So no matter how wild it was in the front of the yard, I just thought it was impressive.
Hey, but boss, that's only thing he look like was bush and grow through the house. What the friggin' grape? Yo, my baby still fuck that she do that, boss.
Big man, me look at it from the aspect where so my grandmother passed in August. She left that like a house they give me. Me not have to go home and go in a no piece of rent. Every day. You understand? Me not have to go and live with my people and them because my people and them are known.
You have your own thing.
You have your own thing. You understand? My whole thing is, the way how society rates level of poverty and level of richness is by how much you make. But to Caribbean standards, we have a weird way of associating money because me know some man that live in a boathouse and their bank account fat. Their bank account is just the way they like to live. I mean, not judge nobody by the way where they live because while a concrete house might cost 300,000, a board house not cheap either. A board house upwards of 50 to 60 to 70,000. You might come from an economical bracket of lower middle class. That is where it's from, you know. So it's just things like that, boy. Excuse the noise outside. My flatmates are having a drink.
All the same, man. But
yeah, man.
no, but moving to the States and like looking back on my childhood, looking back at where I come from and everything was, it just make me feel more appreciative of the shit that I went through. Because I really thought all that shit was serious. I thought that was going to be my life forever. But no, I realized that life is a fucking picture, boss. Every time you close your eye, it's a different fucking moment. Whatever bother you right now, that serious anymore, because that moment done gone.
Exactly. Yo, bro, you're speaking some facts, bro. Life is the cycle, bro.
It's weird because everybody is like grass is always green on the other side. Everybody see what they want to see in your life, but don't want to see what got you there. Because when I was growing up too, everybody always thought that my family was like rich because we lived on a hill, right, in a concrete house. But my dad was the first person to move up there, and everybody else went up there, right? Back then, land cost like $1. So he got like a good amount of land, right? So they just thought, but they didn't know what was happening in the background, how much my family was really putting it all into achieving this goal. But they assume
how much Tedzilla work for build that fetch you in house.
Man's literally put everything, like risk everything, put everything to put a house up so he can have for his family, right? And then after that, he'll figure it out the next step along the way, right? But people just say, oh, you put up a house here, so that means you have bare money. So like my parents, they work hard, dog. They don't buy anything that they don't need. It's everything that they need and nothing extra. But people just think that, I don't know how to really explain it, but people thought that I had a good life and I did not have a bad life. So I cannot say that at all. It was just regular to me. And I don't really look at other people's life and think that they have.
Neither's got this man for thief Wi-Fi.
This is the thing for me, right? Every month, you watch people pocket. That is my main thing.
Facts.
Watch nobody pocket. And I said this on the radio show, but social media is one of the biggest lies out there.
I don't even like
social media would literally cater towards you being depressed. I sat down to myself and I said, yo, I seen dudes my age driving Benz, Bugattis, or have their own cars, you know? And it made me, on social media, it made me wonder, yo, what am I doing with my life? You know, what am I doing? It makes you, social media makes you forget of how much you have accomplished, the small wins. It's not good to really and truly watch what other people have because you never know how hard they work for what they have, bro. My father is turning 77 this year. 77 years of age, you know. Old man. My old lady turned around 50, maybe even 50, 55, 50. So what I'm getting at, I still see them work hard. I mean, my old man retired, but I still see them work hard and they try to provide because they want to live too comfortable and they want to make sure that's why all parents work hard now. That is why Jaron, your mother sent you with the US now. That is why all parents work hard, all of this now, because they want to see us do better than them. So what people don't realize is the effort and the work you put in silence.
Bro, I think a lot of people overlook the work that their parents put in for real.
Definitely, because they feel like they're obligated to do it. It's like, you know, look at it as something that they didn't have to do. You check. They feel entitled to it.
Yeah, because a conversation we were having with Keenan, he was saying like Antigua people, they make like roughly average, I guess, 4,000 a month, right? But they don't have much responsibility. So it seems like they have a ton of money to spend and do all kind of stuff with. But they still live with their family. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, they take that for granted sometimes.
I would say this, right? Me, first of all, I never even know somebody else in here. Everyone Williams, big up to you, big boy. The whole thing, dog. So me even know you mean here. But Antigua, is one of the highest paid Caribbean islands in the Caribbean.
Word?
Let that stick in, fellas. We make more than
It's
St.
highest paid,
Vincent,
but cost of living is high too, so it kind of even out.
Oh,
That's why
okay.
you don't feel that way too.
you know. And to me personally, the only part I would disagree with what you said.
Hold on.
is
Sorry, I'm cut you off. Timon, never know that.
I did not.
That's why you think all them people come to Antigua for work?
Yeah, that's why people come to Antigua to work. And
I
they
really
send
did
money
not.
back. Yeah.
I really did not know. I thought
Okay,
we were like doing bad.
But that's all.
the only part I would have to disagree to say is that man, I think, no quote me, I just speak on my ass, but man, I think a $4,000 on average is the average salary for an Antiguan.
I could have quoted you wrong.
Definitely not, because Antigua people make around like $400 a week.
I could have quoted
Exactly.
wrong.
The thing is, my brethren that have a bachelor's, he's making, and he working at Andrew, and that's a bachelor's degree now. Remember these jobs rate by, let's say you're going into the job early, how much experience, bachelor's degree, and all of that.
He overqualified. He need to use nepotism to get the position and the pay.
And then that was anyway, I'm not going into that. But and then look at how much teachers make. Yo, there's a reason my peer school students make dunce now. Because the teachers and them, certain teachers never put in certain level, not even peer school, but you know the reason why I would think Antigua was so competitive on the CX scale like Diana and so. Our teachers don't get paid enough. A teacher, Mr. Smalls, had a master's degree, bachelor's degree in physics, 24 years experience in teaching. And when the man said, he's only making that some amount, this is going to be public, so I'm not going to shed out that amount. Yeah. And he said that amount, I was like, what? Yeah. And then even our nurses, you see the nurses striking for raise. They're not making enough. While I saw in the news, cabinet ministers are asking for a raise when the men are making 5 figures a month, bro. Because what they make is public knowledge.
Yeah, that's default too.
Yep.
Just having
just having the position, you get that kind of pay.
Yeah. Default. That's where you start. That's starting.
I better start getting into politics, guys.
Yo, let's see a picture the other day. Let's see a picture. Hold on. Go on, talk about it. Look for the picture.
I just think the Antigua, I shouldn't say Antigua, the Caribbean education shit needs to work on.
I think it's ageism that exists within the Caribbean. Ageism is where the folks that are afraid of our generation coming in because we're more technological, we're quicker thinkers, we're more innovative. And they're afraid that when persons like us come into the business with these innovative and new ways of doing something within the business, they can't keep up. And because they can't keep up, that is why the requirements to get a job is so hard. Because you can't tell me back in the day, you came into the job knowing how to be an accountant right off the bat. You were taught how to be an accountant within the job. And the funny thing is, when you get the job, they teach you how to do the job. You get training. So why that it's so hard? Boy, look, my heart and son up.
Bro, I ask everyone. I swear, I want the best for Antigua, but Antiguans don't want the best for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Antigua don't want the best for itself. Antigua is comfortable being what Antigua is because it just is. You check?
Yeah.
It's until I feel like it's mostly the younger generation that sees or has more insights on like what it could be like. They're the ones that are making all the the noise trying to get things to be better. But those people who are actually in those positions, they're comfortable. There's no need for no change.
Bro, there's so much going on because like the qualified people can't get job because they don't have experience and the position taken because other people just put in friends and family in those positions. And you're just like, how the fuck? How that's even working out? And then these old people keep hindering progress because, they just want to stay. They want control and power. They want to hold on to it. They travel all the time and see the rest of the world. And everyone was saying, we should make Antigua like the rest of the world because we have a nice niche, giving them that country island vibe. But I feel like we can still progress by keeping that natural aspect to the Caribbean. You know what I mean? But there's so much little things that you can improve that will make a big difference in overall, But they don't care. They just want to be stagnant. Make enough money to just enjoy yourself and just repeat.
That's right, boss. I love Antigua to death, right? But boss, I don't want to go back to Antigua until I have a business over here that's generating me enough money for me to live comfortable back home. Because I just cannot, bro. That cycle of poverty.
Antigua really only nice if you make it. If you're living for you to live comfortably here.
and you're making good money, that's the only situation where Antigua is as nice as people say it is.
Bro,
Which I-
the poverty that I left from, I don't want to go back into it. I don't want to go back into it, boss. I changed my life completely. Now I had no fucking future. And when I drop out to school now, I know I'm gonna drop out to school in the fifth form, the boss. And you see, man, look, you see Timon right there. So like Timon, he an inspiration to me. Cause like this is my boy, and I always like hang out with him. I started hanging out with him like real hard after me and like man like a brood and so followed after a whole ton of different things that go on in my life. So I hang out with Tim and so that man show me a different way. All my life, I always thought that my image is all I really care about, and I just have to be the toughest and the baddest man. Boss, I walk in the fetching hall, I'm gonna fight anybody that look for me too hard. I talk to Tim and them, and them man just open my eyes and show me that your family don't have to be dysfunctional. You don't have to be a thug. You don't have to do none of these things. Like, you just stop being a fucking stereotype and be yourself. Since I started, my heart now.
Nah,
I will say this. Let me tell you, Gerald. You should not feel bad or should not feel in any way that you drop out of school or keep that from anybody. Because,
no. Partner me, go back to school now, I'm too. How the fuck
When
we drop out because we're bored.
I'm not gonna like to tell you, but I say you that like to learn, but I was very close and all, brother. Cause I say, CXC just don't make no sense.
None.
Like, you may for tell me I have to do this. This can't get me a job now. This I have to do this to get to this level, to get to the real level. Because that's what it was not. I had to do CXC to get to Cape. And then after Cape, I have to use Cape to get into UE. And then after I'm done UE, I have to use UE to get what I want to do. And then a thing for me is, and I wonder if y'all can relate, but it is studying something that you think you loved, but then you realize that doing it is not what you think you set out to do. For instance, I studied psychology, so I have a deep understanding of mental health, a deep understanding of the human behavior and all of that. But now, here the flip, I'm studying HR, human resource development, as a master's. So me sitting down here saying, boy, I love the psychology part, but exercise is my love. I love exercise. Why didn't I study something like exercise science or whatever. So it's like sitting down there, and then life just has a funny way of doing things, bro. But if it in terms of mental health, understanding people, and we're talking about jobs, I guess life has a funny way of playing out itself, because human resource development has taught me as to why the job world works like this. How do you work with people, and why persons can't get jobs like that are overly qualified, and how the business process works. Because enough times I lecturers and I ask them a lecturer, wait, miss, you're an HR professional, and you mean to tell me this is how you guys are measuring how a person is supposed to get a job? What if this person does not have an education, but they have hands-on knowledge and experience of it? What if how do you gauge how to pay a person based on them not having educational experience? This is flawed. Y'all need to do more research on this. Like, boy.
It really is, dog. But nobody in a place where they want to do anything because they're just comfortable. And that's what frustrating about it all.
So over the pandemic, right, I gained 60 pounds. And I dropped all that fucking weight, and I got myself back shredded, and I got myself in even better shape than I was before.
How you get rid of that belly fat, brother? I've been dealing with that for I know how to get rid of it because I have a nutrition cert, but I just become a love carbs, dog.
Boss, the carbs not do nothing to you.
If you want results, do coke.
The carbs, you need the carbs in order for keep lifting.
Exactly, energy.
When the carbs go and turn to that glycogen inside of your fetching muscle, and you start push 250, 275, you hit that 315. Boss, when me and my big bowl of pasta, me go to the gym, boss, I look like crazy now. Because I load up everything heavy. I'm a push like I'm a discount.
Yep, I agree with that. But it's remember now, everything I have to do with calories now. And the carbs on them is important after you exercise and before you exercise. The thing is, remember the carbs is good after and before, just the type of carbs you eat, complex carbs or whatever, right? So for me, remember there's calories you're supposed to intake every day, certain amounts of calories. I don't know the number right now, I forgot the number which I was supposed to take in. For me, I know I have to eat on a caloric deficit, but still maintain the amount of calories I'm eating and whatnot. So for me, I eat the carbs that I eat is the processed shit. You see that bun and cheese, brother? You see the Popeyes chicken burger.
That's
Boy.
it. That's it. I don't eat.
Are the carbs that taste good are the problem?
Yes, all the process.
Yeah.
Give us a run through of what you did to lose the weight, because Jan jumped on this whole weight loss thing drastically, and then he was
whole health thing. This man is a different man, like compared to like the last 3 months.
Yeah,
all this man talk about is calories.
Because Jan is a pretty obsessive guy, right? So when he find a thing, that's his thing, which is kind of scary. But this man, I tell you, I turned to the boy say, "Boy, me fat the boss. Me eat an ice cream, come me depressed and something. Me need forget slim. Can you put on some kind of pants or shirt and he was extra tight?" He said, no, it's not gonna work. And then the man said he doing a thing. I hear he stopped eating chicken and went to fish. I hear he stopped eating chips and went to beans. And then out of nowhere, he said he lost like 5 pounds in his sleep. And I was like, hey, what are you doing? And then he just kept losing weight quick. And he started going to the gym. I was like, what's happening? He's just the base. So I don't know what you did, but I know there's things you're not telling us. Was it drugs?
Everything I do is basic, bro. Drugs. Like at one point, I was losing weight too fast because my diet. No, I was
Jenny
dieting
Craig.
too hard. I was dieting too hard. I had to up my calorie intake and then started like losing the weight at a slower pace. When I upped my calorie intake and started losing the weight at a slower pace, I had better performance in the gym. With the better performance I was having in the gym, I started rebuilding muscle. I started building muscle better. When you have more muscle on your body, your friggin' your metabolism speed up. And this is why when fat people say that their metabolism low, they're wrong and they lie no fuck. Because in order for sustain all that fat on your body get muscle. You think you can walk around with an extra fucking 60-pound weight on your gut and you think you're not gonna gain muscle for that?
Yeah, speak, talk truth, bro. Talk truth.
So yeah, I started working out harder. I get more muscle, and the more muscle I get, the more I allowed myself to eat, and I was still losing weight. Because bro, when I first went on the diet, I hit 230 pounds after quarantine, right? Coming from 169, I hit 230 pounds. I went on a crash diet up until 192. I couldn't lose weight at 192 when I was eating around 1,500 calories. I had to up my calories up to 2,500. And when I was eating 2,500, I started losing weight again. Even though I'm eating more food than before, I started losing weight again because I started putting on muscle.
So, one question. What did you use to calculate the amount of calories you use every day?
I use my Fitness Pal to track everything and I scan everything. Yeah,
because I did the same thing. The only thing I used was chronometer. I agree exactly with what Jaron said because my journey was a little bit different, more different from Jaron in terms of I fluctuated. I had, when Jaron knew me in fifth form, I had that skinny fat frame. And then in state college, I got really mager. And then when I got really skinny, I had to eat like a tank. So I didn't know anything about calories during that point in time. I just ate anything and lifted. And then I caught that people call it in the fitness industry, they call it a dirty bulk, where you eat anything. You just eat until you put on weight while you're lifting. And then, you would look cut up. But because you're lifting and if you're on a proper program and you're doing hypertrophy or, a strength program or something, you will see your muscles start to shape out in a sense, but you wouldn't have the abs or whatnot. You just look really bulky and big.
Yeah, that's why they get big, but cut.
Yeah. So then for me, And when I got to you, we know, boy, and the gym was like downstairs.
Right.
That is when I started going in, and when I was in control of my diet, and I started knowing how much I was supposed to consume, and I was weighing my food, and I was using chronometer. I started cutting it.
How much calories you eat right now?
Right now, boy, like 2,100.
What's your current weight?
My current weight is, I don't know, to be honest. I haven't weighed in the last 2 months, which is something I'm scared of, because for me right now, what I got into the bad habit of doing, and it's because I am currently going through a transition where I'm feeling out which style of exercise exactly that I want to do, but I'm keeping it simple. So for instance, like Jaron said, one of the main things people do, they make exercise and looking good, or even the whole new weight loss and weight gain thing, too complicated. If you're exercising and you're going into the gym lifting weights, keep it simple. Compound movements: squat, deadlift, military press. What else, Jaron? Leg press.
You see, because
bench press.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm also trying to work myself to getting into the gym, but I'm working on like my compound muscles at the time. So I got me 3 kettlebells that I'm doing squats and swings and lifts with and curls with, right? So that's all I'm working on right now, just to get myself done. I have to really get into the cardio, but it's winter, so I'm finding it.
You see, in my opinion, you're going right, and you're going, because first thing you have to do is figure out what's your goal. So if your goal is to build muscle endurance and put on size, it's 2 hard things to do, because you're doing kettlebell swings, and kettlebell swings is a type of exercise that builds muscle endurance, explosiveness, and good hip mobility and whatnot. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. So for you, let's say if you're just getting into it, again, start simple. Literally just start simple. Start with the bench. You can bench on the floor. You can use a kettlebell, because bro, I'm a kettlebell lover. I have 5 kettlebells in Antigua. I love the kettlebell.
That's another reason why I'm bringing you on, because I see you do your kettlebell dance. So this might think you're a firebender. The boy try the kettlebell like I'll fetch a fireball.
Yeah. It's called, and that's one of the areas of exercise that I start to dabble in, because people ask me, yo, what are that doing? Again, it helps me with flexibility and mobility, because me doing that, catching the kettlebell, catching it at an angle or in a way that is your body saying, whoa. So your body is going to force itself to stabilize, and it's going to force your joints to loosen up. And it's fun.
Yeah, it does a lot.
So why you see what I do?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking when I'm done with the kettlebell, it'll get me better when I get to the gym to do those squats with the bar.
Yeah, but the thing is, the bar, it's not, because the thing is, a barbell is heavy. A barbell weighs differently than a kettlebell. So you would probably
definitely, but it's more on the squat side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you will have muscle memory.
Loading it on your back is a whole different sensation than doing a goblet squat.
And then the angle in which you're going to be at is different, because let's say one is at 45.
Don't be as if you never did any of this before.
Exactly.
You still gonna have to start over fresh, even though you have more.
Yeah, because for instance, if you're using, there's nothing wrong with the kettlebell, because right now you're building muscle, because you're doing a goblet squats and whatnot. Goblet squat is a form of squatting, and it is a compound movement. But if you really want to get in the nit and grit of it, start simple. Get that barbell and start squatting on that back. Just put that barbell on your back and squat.
I told him hop in the gym.
Not yet. Yeah. I mean, work myself into it.
Me?
So me, what I started, this is the thing with you, right?
Hold on. Because Tim, I like to do things his own way, and Tim, I don't like to listen to anything people say.
You're fucking right.
Here what?
That's the problem.
To train my mobility. So I do different accessories. I even train my neck and my traps and everything. But I started doing gymnastics. So I do a whole lot more stretch, a whole lot of body weight. I try to extend my body. I'm working on my core. So that's how I'm getting my mobility in. So, I like your whole kettlebell thing, because I watched the man swing. I sent y'all a video. I don't really think he was swinging his thing in there, but yeah, I like it. I like it, man.
Yeah, it's different. There's this bunch of dudes that that cater in the kettlebell industry, like Primal Soldier. These guys are on it that really showcase, because there's nothing wrong with a kettlebell now. It just depends on what style you want to go into, because while the kettlebell is good, you might find yourself yourself putting on so much mass with the kettlebell. You'll probably just be awakening, let me use awakening the muscle in the leg and whatnot, and probably cutting in building, but there's only so much you can do in terms of building strength with the kettlebell. Like you can build strength, but you're going to have to do it like progressive overload, and it's kind of hard to progressive overload with the kettlebell. So like if you're saying that you're using it before you get into the gym, there's nothing wrong because it's a form of load, but
I don't think it's going to help you accomplish what you want to.
yeah, it's not going to fully help when you get inside the gym. You're going and have strength in terms of a little bit of strength in terms of, your muscle have memory. So the squat, you're still squatting. The squatting motion is still the same, but the angle at which you're going to be squatting in is going to be different, but it's still going to work. The quad, so it's still going to open up. So it just depends. But if you're planning on going into the gym and lifting with Jaron, bro, get up and do it tomorrow. Literally.
But I sent him my gym membership thing.
Telling him that, right, Simon, a man that he plot things out his own way and he just go run that route, regardless as to what anybody.
Listen here, Anwar, the way how Timon talked to me like me know nothing about exercise, because he talked to this with his brother-in-law. That the exercise. I'm saying, okay, buddy, you got this.
Listen
okay,
here,
buddy,
right?
you got this.
That's not true. That is, let me tell you what's exactly going on. I said, right, I don't want to just go into the gym because I don't know shit about shit. So I said, I want to start to practice a certain amount of forms at home. So when I get into the gym, I don't waste that much time. Like, yes, when I get to the equipment, I'll learn if... Y'all gonna meet up?
Yeah, we're listening.
I'm not everyone at that.
I think it's everyone.
Yeah,
Anyways,
kicking up.
yeah. So I'm thinking I would just use the kettlebells, practice some squats, work out. Because at one point, what was happening, I was standing for like 11 hours a day, right, when I work, and I was lifting stuff at work, like heavy pieces of steel over my head. So when I come back from work, I'll just do a little exercise, 1 or 2, and then go shower. So I said, all right, because I was eating, my diet was kind of bad. I was losing muscles and not fat. So it felt like I was just tired, sluggish, and not getting shit done. Like I was feeling weak and brittle. So I said, I gotta get these kettlebells to kind of get some strength back. And I don't want to just rush to the gym doing bad form and anything like that. And then, you know what I mean? Fuck up myself. So that's all it was. I want to work myself into the gym, but I want to start at home, is what I've been telling them, man. The man said, jump in the gym, and I understand that.
There's nothing
right now. I don't want to rush because it's
Timon, I personally feel like if you did push-ups, that would translate to the gym significantly better than what you're doing with a kettlebell. And you would gain strength because calisthenics give people raw fucking power.
So I agree with what Jaron said, but I also think that is why I said you can incorporate new things. I am for the kettlebell. It's just that it doesn't matter if you go into the gym. When you feel you're ready and you go into the gym, bro, you're still going to find yourself learning the technique. Because literally there's too much things in the gym that you can never be ready for. There's no specific way. Nobody squats the same. There's a traditional way to squat and a universal way to squat. But because everybody's body is different, you might need to squat. You might need to start off squatting close to the wall with your face close to the wall to keep your chest up. Or I might need to widen my feet and point out my toes a little bit at a different angle. Everybody's different. So the reason why I said, just go and start is because it doesn't matter how much you train with the kettlebell and whatnot, when you get into the gym, you're still going to have to adjust because there's certain range of movements and certain things that you're going to be doing in terms of the compound lifts. You're not going to get with the kettlebell because the grip for the kettlebell is different and everything. But what you're doing with the kettlebell is good in my eyes because at least, you're building, you're being active, you get your muscle will have muscle memory.
Endurance too.
Exactly. That's good.
Endurance could definitely up.
Yep. So when you go into the gym now and you squat with the goblet, the kettlebell, you squat with the barbell. You might have the perfect technique, but at least you'll have some form of muscle memory in your legs. So you wouldn't get the shock that I got when I started the gym because I got up a morning. My cousin Terrell was going to the gym. I asked him how much is his trainer. The man said $30 session. I went with him and I went in straight to a leg day. I'm a ball. I knew nothing.
Oh boy.
Literally nothing. Nothing.
I was paying attention to the training that they're doing in Antigua, right? And I feel like they really do be overworking people. Because once you
Yeah.
just
Oh, definitely.
when you start the gym, you don't really have to do nothing now. You can look on the weight and gain muscle.
Boy, in my opinion, if we're talking about the antique and fitness industry, I have a total problem with them showcasing that bodybuilding is the mecca of fitness and is the mecca and is the representation of what a fit
See?
look
Yeah,
like.
my body. So I do power building, right? My power building is because I want to have a good ass physique, right? But I want a whole lot of strength. My whole thing is I could become a Calvin Klein model because that's what I want to do now. I said I'm like a bitch. Yo, but yeah, so I'm doing my power building because I want to get strong. I want to get like a good physique. Right now, I focus on back because I want to spread my lats. I want to have some of the widest lats you can ever see because my lats insertion. Let me not get too deep into this because Tim and them understand what I'm going.
Yeah, but Timon, as I said, continue what you're doing. And when you're ready to start, my brother, start. But remember, whenever you're ready to start, don't be shocked when you're going and you sit tall.
Yeah.
I've been practicing for a while, but I still don't know the technique when you find whoever you start with is fixing your technique because everybody's different. Bro, I'm still fixing my deadlift. Literally. You're never going to be perfected. But what you're going to be proud of is that work you're putting in with the kettlebell is going to showcase to you that I have muscle endurance. But in terms of me getting back to Antigua, I have a full-on problem with them showcase. Well, it's not even really Antigua showcasing, but it's persons within the bodybuilding industry showcasing that this is the mecca of fitness. And then when I'm a trainer that practices bodybuilding, why do I only make bodybuilding type workouts available to my clients? I find that.
Yeah, that's why my thing is strength and conditioning.
Yeah, I find that, and I like strength and conditioning because you're training your client or you're training yourself to be something like an athlete, but you're strengthening and helping your body and your joints. Bro, I remember when I first started gym, they were telling me when I doing a Bulgarian split squat, my knees can't go over my toes. Now there's a whole movement to when I did my research, knees over toes, strengthens your knees, bulletproofs your knees, there's so much different things. Like,
dynamic, bro.
How much. Exactly. Let me finish there. Jaron, let me finish there. You know how much limitations a bodybuilder, as an athlete, as a person, how much limitations they have in terms of doing other things other than pumping iron.
No flexibility, no movement. It's like lack of movement without a muscle.
Exactly.
That's why I do my gymnastics, man.
Exactly. I tell them guys all the time when I go to extreme, you see me doing this crazy stuff. You see me flipping my kettlebell. You see Kimberly doing her flipping her kettlebell. You see me moving weight, but you
That's
see I do
the race.
Exactly. None of you can outrun me. None of you can bang me in a race. None of you can more flexible than me. You might can lift more than me. You might can. But what I'm moving over there is not no lightweight either that you can just pick up with your first set. So give me a break, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that is my personal problem overall with the Caribbean in terms of them showcasing all the persons within the fitness industry.
It's not really
just
the Caribbean. Because what it is because remember, bro, so people that come into the fitness industry, they come into it about the aesthetics. That's what sells is the aesthetics. And the bodybuilders have the aesthetics. If you're not too overly built, where you're like a 260 pounds of muscle and you just look scary, such. Like if you're a nice lean 198,
that man look at you like you're nothing.
Bro, I know right now I'm 170 pounds. And nobody believes it when I say I'm 170 pounds because of the amount of muscle I have on me.
I'm 191 right now.
191. You were 186, so like
Never mind. I'll load you up.
I'm fluctuating between 182 and 191.
You're probably gaining muscle.
Okay, so I'm starting at 195.
Yo, I don't even know what my weight is right now, to be honest. I feel like the last time I weighed, I was like 182. I don't know how much I weigh now. Cause man a tall. I'm 6 foot flat now. So my frame lean. Whereas earlier before injury, nigga, I was nearly 200 pounds. I was golly boy. The problem with that when I was practicing OD, but the reason why I said, like, in terms of fitness, that I'm not for the bodybuilding thing is because I was there, I did it, and I just didn't feel good doing it. And then even in these times, like, I think persons are brave as a bodybuilder competing. Because when they're man hungry and shredded, if COVID knock you, your immune system is already fighting, wondering, yo, why is this dude hungry?
Your test already low.
Yep.
Because you're fetching 6%. Your butt can't get hard. Life sad in the bus. Yo, when I was as shredded as possible, and I hurt myself doing a squat at 165 pounds. I hurt my hamstring on the squat. Yeah, I'm looking back at it. It was 165 pounds. I hurt my hamstring, and I had this pain in my hamstrings for fetching 2 months until I put on 10 pounds. The pain just gone.
Yep.
Body saying you're underweight, so.
Yep.
But how is the support and exposure on your sanity chasers?
I read something that said the support isn't there in the starting, but the congratulations are in 100. And it's not shady, but I take everything in a small steps in terms of mental. When we first started out, it was booming, because we produced a lot of things on Instagram. And, I start, a lot of different information started coming out on it, other than from us, from other groups within Antigua. So we felt like, we little bit started a trend.
Yeah.
And then we noticed that everybody was hopping on the bandwagon. So we're thinking, yo, why is people carrying this mental health thing like it's mental health and the problems people face like it's a thing to get exposure and whatnot? Why are you only looking at it at one time in the year? And then now everything has just calmed down. It's the same thing associated with sanity chasers. We grind throughout the year, 365 days a year, putting out content and everything. The support isn't always there. And I guess the support isn't always there because of, one, we haven't fully mastered the algorithm associated with Instagram, and because we don't have a deep following. Two, it's persons don't really pay attention towards the topic until something happens. And three, persons are afraid to either follow because of the stigma associated with mental health, or persons just don't care. In terms of in terms of full-on support, though, I would say the movement has been getting a lot of support from our peers, young people, especially on social media, that like what we're doing in terms of fitness, motivation, and creativity, because they themselves can relate. So all in all, it's moving a little bit slow, but we're pushing. We knew there was going to be a long road, and we knew that there were going to be a lot of hurdles associated with it, with the movement overall. But we're glad that we're getting over it. The radio show was just one of those blessings that came into play. Like 2 Antiguan youths can get a radio show right in Jamaica, playing in front of millions of Jamaicans every Wednesday, 1 to 2. But then, there's other things associated, limitations where, like, for instance, we don't have a camera, so we can't put out content like how we would want to put out content. And then we're not from here. So then getting interviews with different people would be kind of hard. All in all, I would say that, we stay chasing, literally, we're doing our thing overall, We're open to working with, anybody that's here to spread awareness on mental health, anybody that is willing to listen and speak about breaking the stigma, because really and truly people are afraid to speak up or even go get professional help if they're going through something that, you alone can't solve by yourself. Because it's not all the time the problems that you're facing in your head, life is just going to solve it for you. Sometimes you gotta get that professional help.
No, I feel you because, like, I never believed in, like, depression unless it's like those suicidal depressions. But like when I came to Canada and I had to like focus on my school because I had to try fit into the environment, and then the pandemic happened right after I finished school. I found myself having micro depressions. Like they would come and go and come and go, but like they would hit me harder and harder every time they come in intervals. I'm just like, this is so weird.
You know, bro. So after I left Antigua, that's when I actually realized how, important mental health was. But I always sat down, I always listened to people, I always paid attention to people. The reason why I did it, I feel like it was kind of like, malicious on my end, how much I paid attention to people. But then I started to realize I am really analytic with the things that I do. And I like to diagnose people. I like to predict things while talking to people because I like to put people in boxes. While I'm sitting there talking to somebody, I can put you in a box and I can tell anybody exactly what this person is going to say because a lot of people they're just I don't even know how to really explain it. But they just I don't want to say basic. Give me a word, give me a word, give me a word, give me a
No,
word.
basic fit.
Yeah, basic fit. They fall into categories. People fall into categories, bro. That's
Yes.
how I live life. I put people in boxes where they belong based on what they present. Right? And it's easy to do that.
No, Anwar,
Even
no, you really need to understand the boss. Is I saw your content and I already knew that you're somebody that we had to bring on. And we had a thing here where Tima wanted somebody on. I mean Tima, we just had a little disagreement about it earlier. Cause I was like, what value you think this person really have? Like you don't know if this person likes to talk, if this person can express themselves, if this person have anything to actually engage us with and to that can build a good rapport. You didn't try to build a rapport with this person. You don't know if this person actually wants to speak.
But okay, what I told him too, where I was coming from was I know this person left from Antigua and went to the UK. So my thing is we both had experience moving from Antigua to Canada, Antigua to the United States, and we had experience that only we could tell. So I want to know what she did or what her experience was like because I know she does a YouTube and she does other things, right? So I just wanted to pick her brain. I don't know the type of person she is, but I felt like as a guest, I would find out. And even if she didn't have anything entertaining or she was shy, because of how our banters are and how we converse together, we could still have a decent podcast episode, even if she didn't contribute. So we didn't lose. We just gained something. We gained information as person. So it was a win-win anyway, put it. So I didn't
And
see.
I still
I
didn't. Oh, go ahead.
I can agree on both of the ends of the spectrum, and I can fully relate. So, in terms of getting guests for the podcasts or interviews and whatnot, there's always going to be conflicting views because you both want what's best for the brand. Because what you guys have is a brand, and what you guys are doing here is really great because it is showcasing that young men from third world countries who have migrated, who are building an image, a reputation, and a life for themselves, have the thoughts and innovation and the innovative thoughts and beliefs and actions to pull off something like this.
Yeah.
So therefore, you guys want what's best for the business. So therefore, because you guys want what's best for the business, you're going to butt heads. It's normal.
Oh, it's
Me
normal.
and my bedroom Carlos literally listen. I have a strong personality, right? And I don't realize me love for chat. So because of things like that, me and Carlos would butt heads. For instance, take this. He wanted to have when we first started on the radio show, he wanted to have fitness, motivation, fitness, and then the guild president come on and talk about things with young people and things issues we face. I told him, yo, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make a difference which way you put it. If it's fitness, motivation, then the youth or whichever go first, it's radio. No one's going to keep tabs on which one go first because no one's going to care. It was a big thing. He thought I was insulting his intelligence. And, we bought heads the night before. And, at the end of the day, we talked to the manager. She said, it don't really make a difference. I like the fact that you're putting it in chronological order, but it don't make a difference because it's radio. You have to talk about different things every time anyway. So now these days, it's either we go on and it's just me and him, and we had a talk. And we argue, and people on the radio I realize like to hear young men and young people argue about topics that are affecting them and whatnot. So like, yeah, bro, you know I can fully relate to y'all. It's normal because
Yeah, dog. I
at
be
the end of
telling
the
them
day,
that too.
yeah, it's normal. And Jaron, no, I don't know if it can cuss me, but Jaron can come off like I can already pick up. Jaron have a stronger personality than you, Timon. So, you know, Jaron will come off like an asshole, but Jaron is also
An
smart,
asshole.
intelligent.
Yo, Anwar, I
So-
stay telling them like, cause Timon will actually leave the podcast. I'm like, yo, but like he really couldn't see my point, and like is getting on like going off of the fact that they were arguing, and I'm like, fam, this is why people listen to y'all.
Exactly.
It's this whole back and forth banter, the fact that you
exactly.
going against him, he going against you, and that's what's really entertaining people out here. Is right?
Exactly. Like, y'all kind of remind me of me and Carlos no shit. I see myself in terms of me and Jaron can relate to the fitness aspect and whatnot because Carlos is not on the fitness aspect so heavy, so much as I am. So like he would be interested in lose weight, and you know he wants to lose weight because he's really chunky. So he would want to lose weight, and I tell him, dog, you know, you can't eat that every week. You know, he could just not do that. He'll get mad. I'd be like, well, if you have a few fucking problem that, then we'll argue and whatnot.
Check like everything you sorry to Jaron. But everything that y'all told me tonight about the muscles, it's really not going to trouble me until I step into the gym. And I'm like, fuck, them guys are right. That's the only time I'm going to admit it. So,
well, that's why I don't even bother talk.
Well, he needs to tell Carlos if he want to lose the weight till he walk more. Like
Yeah.
you want to eat this, then just walk more. Instead of that hour walk 3 hours.
bro, but that's another thing too. Cause John, I would tell me just walk more, but I'm just like, I stand for like 11 hours. I don't want to be on my feet no more. Like, let me just rest it.
Yo, stop make excuses, G.
Yeah, it's excuses. I know.
You gotta, if you want it bad, you gotta work for it. That's
Kind of comfortable. That's what everybody keeps saying.
That's how the boat flow with that. You have to work.
You have to be willing to get uncomfortable to achieve what you want to achieve.
Bro,
Yep.
That's why I keep telling you. It's like, yo, you realize it's because Timon likes to be comfortable. Why he believes this whole kettlebell thing is going to make him comfortable when he step in the gym. But the point of you stepping in the gym is to become uncomfortable. You check? And
Yeah.
the more
I'm
comfortable
not
you get
even
with
doubting
it,
that, bro.
you check. The more comfortable you get with it, that means you're progressing. You check? That means growth. You check?
I don't know how to explain to you all to see y'all can see how I see it. Maybe y'all do, and I'm just not seeing that y'all seeing it, if that makes sense.
I understand.
Okay, thanks.
No, bro. As I said it, no, we had a conversation, and the tough thing they're gonna feel is on the radio. We had a discussion about persons when they enter the gym, they develop anxiety because you're gonna see some dudes, and it still happen to be that just go look. That's good. Just go chunk.
Shit, and they could judge me. I could do something wrong. They go like,
But
nobody in the gym will judge you other than the people that try to sell you personal training.
Exactly. I was just about to get to that. Listen, I was just about to tell him, yo, that's a whole thing in your head. It's a gym that nobody's watching you, but you feel watched.
I feel you.
Play in front of everybody.
Yeah. So literally, when I came back and I started doing my athlete stuff, and it was different from the bodybuilding type of vibe, then men started watching because then I would do something out to the blue. Like, bro, I would literally go in from a trap bar deadlift to burpees to pull-ups in a bad. But why is he doing a high intensity cardiovascular exercise in the middle of two heavy movements? Because I'm doing my trap bar deadlifts heavy and pull-ups. My strength is not up all the way. I mean, I can do 15 pull-ups straight, but still, you know, it's still a hard movement. So they'd be like, yo, why is he doing that? You would know they're thinking that because they'd either side or you or they watch you because it's out of the norm. But they're not judging you to the extent that they're like, oh, look at him, he's less than awesome. I feel good about myself. No, because at some point they were where you are at.
Yep.
Bro, even to this day, I walk into the gym and also my body fat is really low. Like I am very fucking lean. And sometimes I look in the mirror and I just feel fat. I walk in the gym and I see that I am leaner than everybody in the gym because I can stay at a very lean percentage, but I still feel fat. And it's because I'm comparing myself to man in the gym and I'm comparing myself to man on social media.
Cause
And
you're sick.
I don't fucking know why.
You're sick. That's why.
Bro, honestly, you
And
just
what
need
to
to
tell you
get,
about this mental health you have, see?
you need to just get over the fear and understand that
Yeah, his
you
body
are
this
who
more
you
fear
are.
you have, man.
Check.
I have body this move and I still don't have it because sometimes I look in the mirror and I say, boy, me sexy no fuck. Other times I look in the mirror, my face smile, so I don't really know what's going on in my head too much.
Boy, it's like this, right? It's like this. My personal fear is belly fat. That's my, but I've grown not to care about it because it's an area in my body that I know, and because I have a certain nutrition, right? That's one of the things that I would have done to make sure I'm gonna injure myself again. Fitness nutrition specialist, NFPT. So by doing research, reading the damn book, boy, I would have realized that I am my body type. I prone to hold fat there, so I don't feel no way. When I'm gonna look bad, I don't look like some of them other dudes that are pushing iron that have the chisel pack like Jaron, but I'm moving, I'm being active. So every man have, as I said, every man run their own race. This is not track and field, this is life. So in terms of you exercising and going in the thing, it's just up to you. Some days you're going to feel, wow, I'm skinny, like Jaron said. Some days you're going to look good as hell. You're always going to want more. Literally. The gym is a place where you're always going to be hungry for more. You're literally going to be, it's either going to be with your body, your strength, endurance, or something. This dude named Nick Bear, y'all should look him up on Instagram. He's a hybrid athlete. Hybrid athletes are dudes that, something like what I do. They run distances. So it's like a mixture of endurance and strength, and they balance it very well. They balance it to the point where he builds size while also building his endurance and his stamina. And those are two hard things to build, especially they obviously you can't build both at the same time.
Yeah,
And his motto is, yeah,
story.
yep. His motto is go one more mile, go one more rep, or build on more muscle. Literally, you're always going to be hungry, bro. You're not going to where you want to be, because I'm pretty sure Jaron can relate. This week he might bench 225. I'm pretty sure he passed 225 years ago, and he go on bench 375. It feels like it's just that hunger and that the big word, the N word, the nostalgia you feel when you hit a goal, bro.
What I started to do now is I'm trying to lose body fat. Well, not now, I'm bulking again to carry up my weight. But I'm trying to lose, bro. I want to hit 315 at 160 pounds, but it ain't possible yet.
Wait, how much you bench, John?
I bench, currently I'm doing 250. Currently I'm doing 250.
Okay. Very well then.
Oh, me, I do like 3. I don't know. Sorry.
Me even feel away. I have a bad shoulder that I messed up from benching back when I didn't know how to freaking do shit.
See?
And that's been the bane of my existence, bro.
I could go gym and hurt myself.
But that's because everyone was trying to lift heavy because he think he big, so he want to lift heavy before he know how to friggin' live.
First of all, that's not what happened.
Well, shit's gone.
So I know a lot of people from Antigua, usually when they want to get into shape, is for carnival. So you have some kind of program for people who just trying to get ready for carnival, like 6 months ahead of time, just to tone up. Because I know it happen overnight, but yeah.
Boy, I do plans for people, right? And from what first of all, I'm not certified to do plans for people. Personal, because I'm not a personal trainer. I don't know what's the certification to do plans for people. But
just go get the ISSA certification.
Exactly. That's one of the. Yeah, I know. That's what everybody has, and it's crazy. I heard it's open book.
And you can do it as many times as you want until you pass it.
You have to pay for it.
Once you pay for it, you can do it as many times as you want.
Wow.
So
you can never fail.
My NFPT one, you got 3 tries, and I failed that 3 times. I had to pick one another time. Dog, it's hard because it's biology. nutrition hard. Because
I was pretty good in biology. I'm pretty good with nutrition.
Boy. So
no, must as ignorant will we be now. But must smart and done at the same time now.
Man, no dog. I remember you used to go there. You never used to bad in maths either. I never forget that. I mean, their past. I take a maths or EDPM. Man, no, you mean how EDPM with Miss Gage. Miss Gage was teaching us, man, remember.
Who ain't Gage?
Yeah, I'm big woman dog.
The tall woman.
Yeah, the tall.
Yeah, boss, no, I make good for she class and all that. And you know what happened is she made Stafford talk to me in front of the class, like, you know, because mommy be one of she honor students, and I didn't like that she did talk to me in front of the class because she did compare people to me. I'm like, Tal, this ain't mess with my image. So I'm talking she class.
Boy. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I was saying that I do plans for people, right? And every time people come to me for plans, and they tell me they want to do what I do, I feel like I'm certified to, but I don't. Let me reframe this. Let me say it properly. I do plan to people based on my certification on nutrition and fitness. So it gives me the knowledge to give people plans that are based on the knowledge I have already gained. From the knowledge that I already gained, in terms of carnival season body, it depends on the goals you already have. Let's say carnival is two weeks away and you're a maga youth with a flat chest and you want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's not going to happen. It's impossible. But let's say now you're an athlete, you have a chest and you have abs and it's 5 months away and you want to put on muscle. It's not going to be hard for you to put on muscle as long as you're eating properly. I think one of the things, and that, you know, people that's going to be listening, I would also like them to hear, is that exercise is important, but nutrition plays a big role also. Without nutrition, it doesn't matter how much you exercise.
And sleep, don't forget the sleep.
Yeah, and sleep. Sleep is very important. You're not going to reach where you want to be. Let me showcase how sleep is so important. There's something called your resting metabolic rate. There's two of them, basal metabolic rate and your resting metabolic rate. Your resting metabolic rate is basically the amount of calories you burn in your sleep. And most factual information, you burn some of the most calories inside your sleep. So therefore, sleep is very important. There's so many other factors that come into play other than a plan that would get you the results you need. Because let's say some person like me and I want to start getting ready for my carnival body and shred out, I just have to do caloric deficit, lift heavier. But no, if it's like a 40-year-old woman, I know there's so much things you have to come into play. You have to look at this woman's history. You can't give a woman that's 40-year-old that probably overweight box jumps. You have to think about her joints and all of that. So to your question, I would say that it's possible, just depending on that person's exercise history and how badly they want it. But it depends on what level of exercise they are at. If it's 6 months and it's your first time in the gym, I don't believe in those 6-week programs, first of all. And especially if you're living in the Caribbean, unlike where you guys have like Jaron and them, where the US, you can go buy on rice and chicken breast for $3 US. Eating healthy is very expensive. And because eating healthy is very expensive also, those things might come into play that might stunt your progress. I also don't believe in 6-week programs because each person's body is different. So because each person's body is different now, me and Jaron might not get the same results on the same program or on a program that you think is fit for them as you put their exercise history in. Does that answer the question?
Yeah. I don't believe in the one-size-fits-all type approach with the stuff.
Yep, I don't.
I mean, that's why people get paid for personal training, because it's personal. Yes. It depends on whoever the person is, and you have to make it for that person.
The only
work
thing
for me, like at the end so there's the thing, right? There is, let me see. Like to lose the weight, you just have to get in a calorie deficit. But the way that it works, it needs to be personalized for each and everybody. Because bro, I'm eating 3,500 calories and I gain a half a pound in a week and a half. it's a whole lot of fucking food I eat in the bus. Like I struggle to actually gain the weight. And during quarantine, I just gained that weight because I was not moving whatsoever.
Yeah, John been telling me to count my calories, boy. I've been trying.
Boy, I tell you, the hardest thing to do is to stay consistent on counting your calories.
That's really what it is too. Because I'm like, if I start, I would start for a week, and I know me being me would just stop after that week.
All you need is
I
a
don't think I can
year.
commit.
Once you do a year, once you do it for a year, you're gonna know basically the type of things that you eat, and you're gonna learn how to eyeball things. I can tell you what a cup of water is. I can tell you a cup of Cheerios. I can tell you a cup of anything. I can tell you 3 cups of something just because I know how much the thing like gulp when you're pouring it out of a container.
I know, let me hungry, me to measure now.
You hear me tell you when you measure, you're gonna learn that when you overturn this thing of juice and I hear gulp, 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 I'm like, okay, that's a 3 cups right fucking there.
Yep, that's facts though. Because for me, in terms of chicken, me know how much ounce of chicken and everything how it's supposed to be for myself. I can't do it for anybody else right after, but I'll have to be there with you. Like for my girl, I literally had to be there with her, helping her maneuver it and counting it and measuring it properly, or knowing how much whatever she's supposed to put into chronometer, to be there with her.
Like at this point in time, I know how much my plates weigh.
Yep. Oh wow.
I take it serious now. I take it too fucking serious.
I would just stay here and consider both of y'all some extremists. I mean, everyone would just stay fat in the back, and we just gonna be cooling. You check?
That's the thing, though. You think we are extremists until you see some gym dudes, some bodybuilders, man. They take it to a different level.
Yeah, what? Me no know them, but no I you. That's it. So, Anwar, final thoughts. So you want to leave with the people then?
I would like to say that everything in life takes time. Small wins are important, and you should, like I said before, you should run your own race. Don't watch nobody. And finally, I would say to everyone that movement is life and stay chasing. Sanity chases and mental health is important. Man, them big up, respect to y'all for the opportunity to talk with you.
No problem, man.
No, of course, man. You came through, you did your thing for real because the man really informed. I think I can say you've been like the most informative guest that we've had on for sure. And you entertaining as well. It wasn't like it was just like we had to be here taking notes and stuff, which maybe we should have. Yeah, Tim, Jaron got it down package, but nah, the man really came and outdid yourself, Richard. So we really appreciate you and hope that you're gonna make yourself, available again to come back on, because I'm pretty sure our listeners are gonna, want to hear more from you again.
Anytime, bro. Anytime. Send me the link so I can, post you guys up on in my Instagram and other social media platforms.
Definitely do that. And you want to shout out your brands and stuff?
Indeed. Shout out to the Sanity Chasers brands on Instagram, Sanity_Chasers. Mental health is important. Stay chasing everything. Nice. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I just want to say this because I really like that small wins. They add up. Bro, it took me 3 years to build this computer, right? Because this computer cost $3,000 and I was working minimum wage and I couldn't save $3,000. And I got this computer built in 3 weeks because instead of buying everything together, I bought one piece at a time. It took me 3 years to do something that I could have done in 3 weeks by just buying one thing at a time. Like just pace yourself and understand that things gonna work out if you're working for it.
Indeed.
Everything coming in its own time for sure. Just make sure you put in the effort, and not more. Everything will come in. Check. So.
Darling, please stop driving me crazy all night. You love